Hey everyone, and welcome back. Sorry about the lack of videos recently. The server had been down, and now the server's back up. And I'm going to attempt to make at least somewhat of a backlog of videos. But I've got this machine set up slightly more efficiently, and I've got all of this set up as well. In this episode, we're going to do a few things. We're going to start off by making ourselves some ghost blocks. It's pretty simple, we just need camouflage paste. So let's go get ourselves some red dye, some yellow dye, some black dye, and I think that was it. Well, anyway, let's go get ourselves some dyes that we're going to need. So I'm going to come over here, and okay. I only need one crafting of this. Cactus green as well. Well, conveniently enough, I have a minium stone. Are you in my bag? Oh, where's my minium stone? Oh, I know where it is. But let's grab 1, 2, 3 of you. And let's head down in here to make ourselves some ghost blocks. I happened to... Oh, I need 2 more zombie flesh. I'll get that in a second. But here we go. So craft all of this into dyes. And let's see. That's blue dice. Or that's blue. Ah, it needs the minium stone. Pink. Orange. Ink sac. Red. Here we go. And cactus green. Okay. So let's make ourselves some ghost blocks. Okay. I do like how this default. And this is from the Secret Rooms mod. And let's go grab ourselves the last 2 zombie flesh that I need. It allows you to make rooms that are more hidden than they would be, without, you know, obvious mechanisms to open them. So, let's come back here. I only need 2 more of this. And we're gonna come back in here and head down. And I pull some of these things out for the second and just plop the recipe in. Okay, now I'm gonna put a bunch of this crap back because I don't need it just laying around. So we have 4 ghost blocks, and this is how they're used. When you place them, they turn into what's adjacent to them. But they're completely and totally a walkthrough. So I'm going to use these to basically just hide maintenance areas like these. Let's check on this. Wow, really impressive. And I will occasionally just forget where ghost blocks are. So, what are we going to do now? Well, let's look at some Gregtech stuff. But first, let's actually look at something else entirely. And that something else entirely is going to involve me setting up a power system completely independent of the one that I'm using for... Hi there, creeper. How did you get here? But it's going to involve me setting up a power system completely independent of the one that I'm currently using for my IC2 stuff. Because I'm going to need some power for rolling machine, or my rolling machine. There's my rolling machine. There are my steel plates. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to actually quick demonstrate this. I'm going to make high pressure boilers. Because I'm going to make more steam power, and I'm going to use the industrial steam engines, which is going to require a fairly large amount of steel. So, let's get to this. But first, I'm going to sleep through the night. So it has come to my attention that I have not made the chemical reactor, which is technically a first-tier industrial craft item from Gregtech. So I will be making that at some point, but not yet. I don't really have a need for it. So it's going to be a few episodes off. I might make it then. But I have a few other pressing issues to take care of. But let's see about powering our engines. Well, I think actually I'm going to do LV consumer. I also think I'm going to need to go mine some gold, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and for the time being, since I did fully charge my MFE, I'm going to just use my engines to power the rolling machine. There we go. So I'm going to break this, plop that down right there, and turn these guys... Ooh, sorry. Turn these guys back on. And we're going to start rolling out some steel plates. Once these start producing their power. But yeah. I have a little bit of charge left. So that's gonna run. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to check on... There's my ghost block. Process of this. Still a fairly long way to go. But we've got 12 steel plates, so that's enough for 6 more of these. Now these can come in any size of 1 by 2, so the size of a player. 2 by, and that can range all the way up to 3 by 4. And you can use any height or width or combination thereof, so you can have a 1 by 4, 2 by 3, stuff like that. But you do require fuel boxes. Either solid fuel boxes, which consume stuff like coal coke, charcoal, blaze rods, or liquid fuel boxes, or liquid fueled fire boxes, which burn stuff like creosote oil, any other combustible liquids there might be. And I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do the solid fueled firebox for this build. And for each one you want, you do need, or for however small or large the base is, you do need one for every square. So let's come back here. I hear you up there, zombie pigman. It frustrates me that you come through the portal so often, but I'm gonna grab a stack of this and 8 of these, or 8 more. I'm also going to need fire charges, which is something pretty rare in terms of like crafting. Let's see, let's grab the recipe for furnace. And this is going to make 16 of them, which is far more than I needed, but let's look at fire charge. Coal, gunpowder, and blaze powder. Fairly simple. So let me grab this and put the tin in next. Okay. The other nice thing about this is that you can use charcoal, but how many do I get of these per crafting 3? So I do only need to do the recipe 3 times. Actually, I'm going to do it 4 times, because these things are fun. I mean, not really useful, but fun. So, let's head on down back to here. Gunpowder. You know, I don't need the nether portal anymore. I don't know why I still have it here. And let's grab this brick. Because I can use this brick. Zombie pigmen, I really want to know how you can... You have like the hardest walk to get from anywhere you can spawn to my nether portal. Are you that dedicated to dying to me? Anyway, let's come down here and grab the blaze rods we need. Or blaze powder, rather. I grabbed 4 of it. I believe this is a shapeless crafting recipe. So, we've got 12 fire charges. If you right-click with one, it will consume one and instantly start a fire. Not as useful as flint and tinder, but fun. And I think you can use them in deployers and dispensers to also instantly start fire, or start a fire. And click to craft. And shut down these engines. And there we go. Now I've got the stuff I'm going to need for now. And I do feel I should note that, actually, can I charge batteries in this? Yes, I can. I really don't need you to be on, though. But I'm going to need... I think I need a few more high-pressure boiler plates than that. But that's going to be pretty easy. Just grab some of this. Sort. Ooh. So in that, let's go quick throw some iron into a blast furnace. Let's just grab a whole bunch of this. Head down here to where our blast furnace is. $38 and $20. So I am going to need this running again, but for now, let's get to making our fireboxes. So you guys have seen the recipe. It's a pretty simple recipe. I only need 9 of you, 9 of you, and then place them around like this. Fireboxes. And one more set. And I'll be back when I have that. Okay, so I'm back with the last few things that I need. Nope. Well, at least the last of the steel that I need. I totally forgot to put in the clay. So, the clay is going to process quick, but let's get to starting to set up this steam boiler. I don't have nearly enough space in here. let's knock these out. I made far too many of these. So with those in place, I'm going to come back here and... Ooh, just enough of them are made. Sweet. So... Oh, cool, we're going to get a new member. So let's come in here and start putting these on. And with these in place, it'll form the steam boiler. So we have the steam boiler, the high pressure steam boiler in place. So how do we get it to start producing power? Well, that one's pretty simple. However, it is going to require me to make 1 or 2 more machines, and in addition to those machines, it's going to also require me to get a few other things set up. So let's clear out under here quick. And let's see. So, the steam boiler requires 2 things. It requires water, and it requires a fuel source. So let's come back in here, and let's grab these blaze rods, and this blaze powder. I'm going to minium stone the blaze rod, or the blaze powder back into rods, and start them macerating. So, let's pull the silver out, and this. And like I said, this does require water, and in order for me to do the water, I'm actually just going to use another aqueous accumulator, but I'm also going to have to make the aqueous accumulator, and have it pumped directly into here. But let's get to making that aqueous accumulator. So I'll be right back. So for the sake of the show, I decided I am just going to use the aqueous accumulator that I had over there for this, and I'll make one off camera between episodes on my own. But here we go. And we've got water pouring in. So I'm going to quick close this off, since I won't need to get back down here for a very long time, and I'm going to put blaze rods in. And you require a lot to get up to temperature, that's right. So, this is one of the small problems with this method of power generation. That is getting it up to temperature, because that requires a lot of fuels. However, I can help mitigate this process by storing additional fuels in there. Like, say, coal coke. So, let's come back here. And let's get ready to try and get this thing up to temperature. And it does require a temperature above 100 degrees Celsius. Let's see, do I have... Oh, I should have some just sitting around in my blast furnace. Which, while it's still running, I don't need it to make that much more steel at the moment. So, let's come back in here. Wow, you've chewed through all of that. Okay. That's right, this is a huge one, and it does require a lot more solid fuels. So, I'm going to have to figure out a way to resolve that issue. And while this is a short episode, I am going to call the episode here while I work on a way to fix this. So I will see you guys next time when I have a better solution for this behemoth. So, see you guys.